the End Domestic Terrorism Rally, Portland, August 17th, 2019. I am recording this about 5 a.m. August 17th, 2019. The rally is later today. What you are seeing is my webpage about this rally with background information, news reports, and important posts about the rally made in the weeks and days leading up to it. I will be posting live streams and other videos and important posts and news reports and so on all day long, and probably in the next few days at least. It's broken up into at least 3 or 4 different pages because with so much data loading up on one web page, it makes it really sluggish for some people, especially on my end as the creator. See the links in the description for that. There is a lot of material on these web pages and the rally hasn't even started yet, so there will be a ton of stuff. Everything I can find that's good or important I'll put in there. I will touch on a few things though. On August 14th, there was a rally in preparation for the End Domestic Terrorism rally on August 17th, with the participation of the mayor, members of the city council, and so on. Some interesting things happened. What you're seeing right now is video by Robert West on YouTube. You can see in the background Commissioner Joanne Hardesty. This is the woman that wants to take over as police commissioner, and she's close with CARE. People in CARE in Oregon are close with Portland, Oregon's Antifa. So there she is speaking in the background, and in the foreground to our left is Haley Adams, and watch what happens here.
I want to be clear that I unequivocally support people who stand up against white supremacists, white nationalists, and people who are filled of hate and vile, and they are not welcome, they never have been, they never will be. That we have right-wing radicals trying to create fear and distrust between other community members because they don't look like you. Well, guess what? We're not supposed to all look alike, think alike, act alike. But we can expect everyone to behave with dignity and respect for people who show up to stand firmly against white supremacy and white nationalism. The city of Portland in February of this year passed a resolution. It was a hard resolution for me to sign on to because I've been around the block long enough to know that resolutions come and they go. And then at the end of the day, what has changed? What has changed is we as a city council have drawn a line in the sand. We have been very clear about what we will and will not tolerate. We will not tolerate hate being spewed in the streets of the city of Portland. It is not acceptable today, tomorrow, or any other day. Let's be clear about that. That is not who we are. We are better than that.
That is who you are.
Free speech! Free speech!
And I want to speak directly to the white supremacists who are listening and paying attention. This is not your city. You want to be hateful, stay home. Stay home. Do not get on a plane, get in the bus, get in the car, and come to Portland. We don't want you here. We've never wanted you here. And if we find you, we will expose you to the light of day. Have a good day.
Free speech is free!
My name is Danielle Outlaw, and I am your chief of police. Thank you. We know we are well supported, and we will have the resources we need to manage these events this weekend.
Protect us.
Our bureaus do an amazing job.
Bullshit.
They are well trained and they are neutral.
Bullshit.
They are neutral.
Neutral my
They
foot.
focus on behaviors, not sides. This isn't your show today. This isn't your show today. We will do everything we can to prevent crimes.
Big time, major league bullshit.
Especially violent crimes from happening. In the event crimes are committed to, despite our best efforts, we will do our absolute best to apprehend those who engage in criminal activity. This is a reminder that anyone with any information...
Now watch this part of this rally in which they more or less say that they, I guess they as in the city government and the people that are at the rally are all Antifa. They more or less say that.
We must not forget that fascist rallies like the one scheduled for August 17th are interconnected with recent domestic terrorist attacks committed by white men on communities of color and religious minorities. These fascist white nationalists have sponsored monthly hate rallies in Portland during the summer since 2017 under the guise of exercising their free speech and assembly rights. Creating false equivalencies between violent white nationalists and those willing to defend our city against their violence is unacceptable. Pandering to a national climate that accuses Portland of being soft on Antifa is unacceptable. There is no equivalence between racist, anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, homophobic violence and those who say no to it. Antifa must not be scapegoated. We are, in truth, a city that is anti-fascist. A military-level response from the police that puts all of our residents at risk is not the answer. We are heartened by the call to create a community coalition to address violent hate at its source, because countless strategies are needed to be deployed to move upstream and find solutions, and not rely on state-sponsored police repression.
Reportedly, some patriots have been arrested apparently on August 16th. You can see this post by 3%ers. I don't know specifically who they're talking about, but one person I know for sure that turned themselves into police is Joey Gibson. I'll let him explain in this press conference right before he turned himself in.
So, based on his situation, May 1st, Saturday, I was out on the sidewalk, did not break one law. I was assaulted numerous times. They spit on me. I was pushed several times. They're throwing stuff at me. Okay, I was assaulted. Instead of arresting the criminals, they decided to charge me with rioting, which is a felony charge. Basically, I stood on a sidewalk and was assaulted numerous times. This is without a doubt an attack on the First Amendment. Basically, if you want to stand on a sidewalk and you want to be peaceful, and if you get assaulted, the Portland police, okay, the mayor, this whole corrupt organization is going to come after you for your First Amendment. Okay, let me say something. Andy No was assaulted. He was attacked. They didn't arrest one of them. Not one. Get this, that's like them going after Andy No. Because Andy No was assaulted just like me, following the law, being a journalist. What I want to know, what I believe they're trying to do, they're trying to silence us. They don't want people to show up tomorrow. I get it, they're afraid. They finally get pushed back in their city. They finally have people showing up, fighting for freedom, okay, going against the Antifa thugs that help out the mayor, right? And they're trying to put fear in people's hearts. Basically, they're saying that if you show up tomorrow and stand on the sidewalk, like me, okay, that you can get charged with a felony, right? That's what they're trying to do. So what I'm saying, I'm making a call, I'm asking everybody to show up tomorrow, okay? I don't know how long I'm going to be in jail for, but I ask everybody to peacefully show up, stand your ground. We do not bend the knee to a government that wants to shut us up. This is exactly what the Chinese government is doing to the protesters of Hong Kong. They go after the leaders and they charge them with rioting, even though they're not. It's the exact same thing. What happens though is the people of Hong Kong have refused to bend the knee. They refuse to stand down. I'm saying we should do the exact same thing. We're not going to stand down to Mayor Wheeler, okay? We're not going to stand down to the corrupt charges that they're bringing on us. They refuse to charge Antifa. We need to ask that question. They refuse to ask Antifa. The final thing that I want to say before I go in here is very important, okay? I've had over 60 rallies since the last time I organized a rally in Portland. How many of them have been violent? None. Not one. Since October of 2018, okay? The list is on Patriot Prayer Facebook. You can see all the rallies that I've had. I've been all over the state of Washington, all over the country. Why is it that there's only violence in Portland? That question has to be asked. I haven't heard the media ask the mayor that question, okay? The problem is they harbor Antifa. They allow Antifa to run through these streets. They allow Antifa to take batons to cars. A guy without a mask on took a baton to a car and they have not arrested him. Why is that? Why is that? Does anyone have an answer for that? Is anyone going to ask the mayor that? Is anyone going to ask the police that? But they're going to arrest me, someone who's always preached peaceful or nonviolent resistance. I've proved it. I walk into the middle of Antifa. I take beatings. I've never been violent. Not once.
You have been to those events and you have your own video saying, what are they going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Almost taunting to act.
Yes, because I'm standing on a public sidewalk and they say I can't be there. So I say, do something about it. So they have a choice to make. They can either follow the law or break the law. They choose to break the law. Civil rights movement, they did the exact same thing. They went specifically into the areas where they're not supposed to go. They went into the diners where they were not allowed to go. They went in there, and they challenged them, and it was up to them to make a decision. Are they going to make the right decision or the bad decision? Okay? If my wording needs to improve, and I will get better at that, but they still need to follow the law, and the police need to arrest people who break the law.
Why is the DA's office refusing to confirm that they have even charged you
Right.
with a crime?
That's a great question. The grand jury is still in process. They're still looking at evidence. So also, it's pretty, you don't have to be too smart to understand that this is all about the timing. This is about tomorrow, right? Why didn't he just wait for the grand jury's decision, right? They pushed this forward right now. It's completely political. This is Ted Wheeler just trying to do everything he can simply because he's getting caught. Like, the national attention is on him. They all know he's coordinating with Antifa. They all know that he's protecting Antifa. The evidence is there. All the crimes that Antifa has committed in this city against liberals, against conservatives, against anybody who refuses to do what they want, and they get away with it every single time. It's not okay. Okay? I'm more than happy to go through this process. I'm happy to be arrested for peacefully standing on a sidewalk so there can be more attention to it. Okay? But everybody else needs to start putting more pressure on this man.
All right, folks, now have a look at this. Again, all of this and more will be available to you on the webpage version of this video. See the link below, and I'll be adding videos and news reports and stuff like that as the day goes on, and no doubt in the following days. See the link below. Thank you everyone for watching. Liberty, strength, honor, honesty, integrity, justice, truth, and love.